Romania. A vibrant history. Two continents in one culture. Wild nature. A beauty of contrasts. A long history binds us to these lands. Centuries before Christ, Ghetto-Dacian tribes lived on the territory of present-day Romania. After 2 wars against Emperor Trajan, this territory is annexed to the Roman Empire, and thus the mixture of Dacians and Romans led to the genesis of Romanian people. Christianity enters this Romanian province shortly afterwards and takes deep roots into the pagan monotheism of the Ghetto-Dacians. With a mainly Latin vocabulary and living in the shadow of the Byzantine Empire, the Romanians become Orthodox in the Middle Ages. Over the centuries, surviving the invasions of migratory populations and assimilating influence of Greek and Slavic cultures, the Romanian people suffer the dreadful attacks both of the Tartar hordes and the Ottoman Turks. The modern Romania begins its history with the 1848 revolution and is completed as a national state after the union of Moldavian provinces with Wallachia in January 1859 and followed also by Transylvania on December 1st, 1918. The 20th century is a century of extremes for Romania. A century of regained national identity, but also of suffering inflicted by the 2 world conflagrations. A century of independence, but also of the fall under the Soviet influence after the Yalta Agreement. It is a century in which we experienced one of the harshest communist regimes in the world and the great deliverance in December 1989 after removing the regime of Nicolae Ceausescu. Romania, a Latin island in a Slavic sea, becomes a place of synthesis between 2 continents. Borrowing the creative force of the West, the progress of science and useful arts, the Romanians have always borne in themselves the Oriental fatalism, adaptability, and spirituality. They have repeatedly searched the synchronism with the West to which they aspired, but they have also searched the creative resources of ancient traditions deep within themselves. On the old continent, the old-growth forests have almost disappeared, and yet, in the Carpathian ecoregion, Romania owns 250,000 hectares of such forests. Their savage beauty is made perfect by the best-preserved delta in Europe, a priceless natural wealth for the World Heritage, with 30 types of ecosystems and over 7,400 species. Faithful and tolerant, inclined towards its own traditions and facing the future. With unspoilt medieval towns and modern architecture, an authentic Romanian culture and inventions offered to humanity. Romania is the beauty of harmonized contrasts. This is Romania, the beautiful Romania.